We cannot punish because your parents will mimic this logical conclusion through their mirror neurons, just as they did in the past, by beating and oppressing you. They will believe punishment is a means to correct behavior instead of rehabilitation, which requires explaining the logical conclusions of all actions. Your children will learn from this and mimic the same behavior with their peers at school and later with others randomly. Then, when you punish them for copying your behavior as judge, you will only reinforce the belief that the strongest can suppress the weaker. All your reaction proves is that you are a child beater who feels entitled to punish those who are weaker. Don't you understand why your children and all humans have a curious mind? It is to seek logical truth. If you don't explain yourself with logic and reason, what do you think you are teaching them? You are teaching them to fear thinking for themselves and to blindly follow authoritarian figures later in life, regardless of whether their minds disagree or not. This is why they are more likely to commit crimes when others push them in that direction. By not addressing societal inequality as their mother and making your children feel that asking for basic survival needs is a burden, you are essentially telling them that financial survival is an individual responsibility, where they cannot count on their family for support. When you fail to speak out against societal inequality as their mother, and your children see that asking for money feels like a burden, you are teaching them through their mirror neurons as the primary authoritarian figure in their life, that profit is worth more than the collective well-being of all. As long as they aren't caught, they will believe that committing crimes for profit is worth it. Because in their eyes, you already showed them that survival is an individual struggle, not a collective responsibility. If you don't care about the victims of social injustice, but continue to respect the government regardless of its oppressive approach towards inequality, then your message is crystal clear. You teach your children that oppressing and punishing the weaker is their right because you do not condemn imprisonment and advocate for rehabilitation. Additionally, you show them that putting others in poverty for individual benefit is the norm. The source of their crimes is the ripple effect of your mindset. You have a responsibility toward your children because you brought them into this world. Healing your own inner childhood wounds is crucial so that you can become the parental figure you want your children to mimic your values through their mirror neurons. Your actions speak for themselves. Saying don't commit crimes while justifying the government's inequality approach is teaching them to commit crimes but to just not get caught. Saying don't punish the weaker while simultaneously advocating for imprisonment instead of rehabilitation, and justifying punishment by mimicking the government's fear-based approach through violence or intimidation in the name of parenting, sends the message that as long as you are the strongest, you can do what you want. This contradicts all your statements and reinforces the idea that the rules of the jungle, where the fittest have the last word, are the only thing that truly counts.